Hello? How are we doing? If you guys don't know who I am, my name's Baxter, and for the majority of my life, I was overweight. As a kid, I was actually pretty active. I used to play baseball, I used to play basketball, I used to bowl. A lot of physical activity. But when I reached my teens, things didn't go so hot. Around when I was 13, I actually quit baseball, stopped playing basketball a couple years before that, and pretty much picked up my new hobby, which was video games. It was something I really enjoyed. It was something to get my mind off things. It was something to keep me busy. It got addictive. It pretty much took all my physical activity out of my life, sitting around, playing the game, and enjoying myself. And my food consumption wasn't all that good either. Slamming McDonald's Big Macs, slamming Chinese food on the regular, whole cans of Pringles, Oreos, the basic health fanatic stuff. That continued throughout my teen years, and I never really realized how bad it was getting until I was already there. I think by the time I was about 14 or 15, I had already reached 270 pounds. Imagine 270 pounds, 5'3", 5'4". That's not a pretty sight. Not a healthy one either. I was sweating when I was putting on my socks. Like if you guys can imagine, that's not a good feeling. And then we got to high school, we got to 9th grade. 9th grade was a shaky year for me. I was bullied in 9th grade, didn't have too many friends. Then when 9th grade came to an end, I was like, bro, I just don't want to do this anymore. So I started to play football, got my activity back up, and I honestly was under eating like crazy. I was not eating a lot at all, and this caused me to lose a lot of weight, but not in a healthy way. So that was 10th grade, that was 11th grade, and then senior year, right after football ended, it came back. The activity stopped, the hunger ramped back up, and then I gained weight back. So by the end of senior year, I was back up to around probably 210, just over 200 pounds, 210, 215. And that coincidentally was when the lockdown happened. Once again, my activity was shot, my eating habits came back, and boom, I was back up to being overweight. So once again, I was lost and off track. But at the end of quarantine, like, bro, right when the gyms open back up, I'm going to get a gym membership and start putting the work in. And this is what sparked my transformation. From February 2021 to August 2021, I made a 6-month transformation, lost 45 pounds, and that is the transformation that I'm known for at this point. So now that the credentials are out of the way, I'm gonna give you guys my top tips on how to lose fat. So first of all, how does someone lose weight? Your body basically has maintenance calories. These are the calories that you consume per day to maintain your current weight. So say you're 180, there's a certain amount of calories that you would eat per day to maintain your weight at 180. This number is dependent on a bunch of different factors: your age, your weight, your height, your activity level, and everybody's metabolism is different, but nevertheless, everyone has maintenance calories. You can get a rough estimate of your actual maintenance calories with a TDEE calculator. You can just put in all of your info and it'll give you a rough estimate. In order to lose weight, you need to consistently be in a calorie deficit. What is a calorie deficit? A calorie deficit is pretty much eating below your maintenance calories. To put it simply, eating less calories than your body actually burns. A lot of people make this process a lot harder to understand than it actually is, but it really is that simple. The most important part of the whole process is to make it as easy as possible for yourself and to make it as sustainable as possible for yourself in the long run, obviously. So how do you do this? Number one is making sure you have a very high protein diet. Protein is obviously used to maintain and build muscle, but it's also known as the most satiating macronutrient. So this means it's gonna keep you fuller for longer. And that's what you want when you're trying to lose weight. Because when you're trying to lose fat, you don't wanna be sitting there hungry all the time, because that's just not enjoyable, not sustainable whatsoever. When I was 210 pounds myself, I would try to get around my body weight in grams of protein. A general recommendation people have is 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. This is gonna make sure that you're full. This is gonna make sure that you're keeping muscle mass on your body, which is what you want, and it's just gonna make the process 100 times easier. My second tip, if you have access to a gym, get on a program. A thing you don't want to do is just go into the gym and do random things every single day, because that's not how you're gonna make progress. The most important part about training is progressively overloading. Progressively overloading is pretty much trying to challenge your body more than you did the week before. So say you go into the gym, you do squats, you do 3 sets of 10 with 150 pounds. Next week, try to get 160 pounds, 3 sets of 10, or try to get 3 sets of 11. It's all about just doing better than you did last time. And when you're not on a program, when you don't have a set structure to follow, it's gonna be hard to figure out if you're actually making progress building muscle like you want to. Building and maintaining muscle mass should always be something you're trying to do, especially when you're trying to lose weight. The more muscle mass you have on your body, the more calories your body is gonna actively burn. When you have more muscle tissue, your body literally burns more calories just sitting down. I guarantee that's something that you guys want. But yeah, having more muscle mass on your body makes it 100 times easier to lose and maintain weight loss. My third tip is to find cardio that you like. When you're trying to lose weight, cardio isn't 100% necessary, but it kinda is 100% necessary. Cardio is pretty much a tool to burn calories. Burning more calories through activity means you can actually eat a little bit more. But people seem to think that you need to just sit there and spend hours and hours on a treadmill just to see progress. That is not the case at all. Walking on an inclined treadmill burns calories. Jump roping burns calories. Playing basketball burns calories. There's so many options you guys actually have for cardio or burning calories. You just need to pick something that works for you and that you can do consistently, because burned calories add up. Say you just did one all-out crazy session for 30 minutes one time a week. That would not compare at all to doing, say, walking on an incline treadmill for 15 to 20 minutes every other day for a week. That would be 100 times better than just having one all-out session that you burned yourself out on. You guys need to find something that you vibe with and can do consistently, and that will help you out in the long run a ton. My next tip is literally to just track your calories. I'm not saying that you have to track your calories for the rest of your life, but at least try doing it for a couple weeks. This will not only allow you to know what you're actually putting in your body and how much you're actually putting in your body. You would know how many calories is in a 6-ounce chicken breast. You would know how many calories are in those potatoes. That is one of the biggest problems people have. They have no clue how many calories they're actually consuming. Like when you're trying to stay in a calorie deficit and you have no clue how many calories are in what, there's a pretty good chance that you're not gonna be able to do it right or not even do it at all. So I'd suggest just doing it for a couple weeks. Download MyFitnessPal, track what you eat, see where you're at, and then once you get the hang of it, you can eyeball it. Maybe you stop tracking, but whatever works. My next tip is to try not to drink your calories. Once again, when you're trying to lose weight, the goal is to stay as full as possible. Do liquids actually keep you as full as you can be? Say you drink what is that? 500, 600 calories? You know what you could have for that exact same amount of calories? You can have a full meal for that amount of calories. That is a lot of calories, dog. I'll let you choose on that one. Try to keep yourself as full as possible, and that'll make it as easy as possible for you. My next tip is to actually increase your activity outside of actual activity. Like not physically doing cardio or actually going to the gym. This is something called your NEAT. Go for walks. Park a little bit farther away from a grocery store when you park. Little stuff like that adds up. This is something I actually did when I was losing weight just to burn a couple extra calories or help me stay in my deficit. After every meal, I would literally just go on like a 10-minute walk. You go on a 10-minute walk after every single meal, that adds up a lot. Say you walk for like 30, 40 minutes. Say that's 300 calories burned in a whole week. 300 times 7. 300 times 7. That's 2,100 extra calories burned per week. That's a lot of calories for just doing a little menial task like that. My next tip is to find swaps for your favorite kinds of food. What do I mean by this? Say you like having a bowl of cereal every morning. Instead of using milk in that cereal, like regular 2% or like 1% milk, try almond milk. I'm pretty sure a cup of regular milk is around 130 to 50 calories. But if you use almond milk, that automatically drops a cup to 30 calories. Now that might not seem like a very big difference, but imagine if you did this with everything throughout the day. Say you like bread, but bread's like 110 calories per slice. Get this bread called 647 bread. Literally 40 calories per slice. That's 60, 70 calories per slice off. And that adds up. If you have 4 slices of bread, that's like just around 200 calories off just from swapping out the type of bread you use. If you make those little incremental changes throughout the day, you'll see it's so much easier to actually eat the same amount of food, but for less calories, therefore keeping yourself fuller and making it seem like you're not even trying to diet or trying to lose weight. There's little hacks that you can do for a lot of things and make it that much easier to stay in your deficit. My next tip is just to get creative with what you actually make. There are ways to make meals that you actually enjoy that are actually way more macro friendly for you. So say you like pizza. Once again, you can just find the right ingredients and make like a pizza that can fit your macros and help you stay in a calorie deficit and hit your protein goals. For example, I have a video up on my channel where I go through a day and try to eat low calorie foods that keep you full and like actually don't taste like dog water. In there I made like pizza. I think I made ice cream. I might have made pancakes. I can't even remember what I made. There's so many things that you can make that mimic actual like comfort foods that are so good, I promise you. And my last and final tip for you guys is to try to find someone to do it with. So when I first started losing weight, I didn't have someone to actually diet with, but I had people to go to the gym with and keep me accountable for going to the gym. Say you start going to the gym, it's a struggle for you to get alone. Maybe bring a friend, bring a family member, bring your mom, bring your goldfish. You have other people doing it by your side. You can hold each other accountable, have competitions with them or whatnot. That'll make it 100 times easier to actually stick to what you're doing. But yeah, those are some of the tips that got me through my weight loss journey. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video. I hope I wasn't just rambling and nonsense to you guys. Fat loss and weight loss is not hard once you get the hang of it. Once you find your rhythm, once you find the things that work for you, once you find the things that help you reach your goals, it is a very simple process and you'll come to realize that, I promise you. Hopefully you guys can apply the things that I told you in this video for your own journey. If you guys enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. You know the vibe. I'm not a rapper. If you guys have any questions for me, literally just hit me up on Instagram. I'll get back to you. And we'll see you in the next one, my boys.